Welcome to a very special live edition of Dead Sprint Radio. It's our first time doing this live. So wherever you are, from the north to the south to the east to the west, anywhere in between, welcome to Dead Sprint. All right, we are here at the Uncommons in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we are we're not recording, we're actually live.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
You hear that?
Actually, I think I have to do a mic check first. Hold on one second. I'll be right back with you for the formal
We're going to come
introduction.
back and forth a few times because we're doing live, but we are in the Uncommons at Momentum Office Party, hosted and curated by Projection.
Dave wants you.
Dave wants me. Dave is right behind me, so we're going to be right back. Go ahead and switch over. All right, and we are back with Phelan from Projection. I'm going to have to do my opening one more time because Dave interrupted. I want to say welcome anybody from the north to the south, from the east to the west, and everywhere in between. Welcome to Dead Sprint Radio Live. We are at the Momentum Office Party, hosted and curated by Projection. What better time to have our guest, Mark Phelan of Projection. Hi, Mark. Hey, what's up? What's going on? I hope everybody can hear us. So, for all of you three out there that are watching us right now, doesn't matter if you're 3 or 300 or 3 million, we care. We love you. We thank you. We appreciate you for being here. Mark, this is a great event. There's a lot of vibe, a lot of action, music, food. How did this come about?
So, it's a great story. Our Projection team, shout out to the Projection team, is fully remote, all US based, and we were moving our office from LA to Vegas. And as we were doing so, we were scoping out areas and seeing like what would be a good office for us to relocate to. And the team got incredibly excited that we were going to have an office in Vegas. And they're like, can we come check it out and meet up and all that? I was like, we're just going to get like a co-working space, which is why we're at Hill, right? So we're looking at co-working spaces. And I just saw the team's excitement, and I thought, you know what, maybe we should host an event for the team to come out to. And with that, I decided, let's just host an office party, sort of announcing that our office is really big for play. And we picked up the momentum on that. We ended up calling it the Momentum Office Party. That way it's not like a projection only.
Right, yeah.
We just created a space for our team, our sponsors, our vendors, our partners to come, like yourself, and just showcase what you guys do and to invite my network and everyone's network to come, to collaborate.
I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy that I get to do this. By the way, never done live before. Yeah. We tested out last night. It was live. It was like, it's not working. I can see you, but I couldn't hear you.
Yes.
We're going to co-host. We're going to have different hosts. Yep. But we'll expect Mark to come back in a little bit. We are going to interview a few folks. We'll try to get Jason LaDuke. He's the one who inspired us to do the live stuff. Yeah, he's a pro at it, and I can't wait to get him right next to me. He hosted me a couple of weeks ago in Tech Island, Las Vegas, and that was a lot of fun. Tripped over my own words live on air, so I'm hoping to recover from that one. All right, and a few other guests, and we're looking forward to having some surprise hosts. We're gonna have open mic host now.
Yeah,
how about that?
Hot seated.
Hot seated.
Yep.
Let's go. All right, we'll be right back. We'll just enjoy the music. There you go.
See you soon.
All right, and we are back. Welcome back to the live stream of Dead Sprint Radio here at the Momentum Office Party, brought to you by Projection, curated and hosted by Projection. That's Projection. It's an interesting name. I love the way you spell it. I am very jealous of Mark Phelan, the fact that he was able to get such a smart name like that. Anyway, we've been busy with the networking and the fun. I've been going to networking events my whole adult life for the past 20 years. This is up there. This is pretty up there. Tech Out Las Vegas has its own unique thing where it's almost like a concert where you have different speakers at different stages throughout the day, as opposed to Tech Alley Henderson, where it's very community focused and very much into growing the community, and we love that about it. And now, of course, we have something like, I've never been to something like this before, so it's very interesting, very delightful, and we have a guest coming up. So we want to cut away to music and come right back so we can introduce the guest? All right, let's do that. We'll be right back. And we are back with Desperate Radio live here at the Uncommons. We are here at Momentum Office Party, and we're here with Patrick with Quick Connect. Hi, Patrick.
Hey, how's it going?
Going well. How you doing?
Right.
Nice to meet you. Tell us, who are you? Who are you from? Where are you from? And what do you do?
So my name is Patrick. I recently started a company called Quick Connect. I've gone ahead and made complimentary cards for everyone at this event. I made one for you as
Yes.
well. It goes straight to your website, and I can edit it to any other.
So here's the card right here, right? So you just put it right here. And there it is. I just click and open up my website.
And I can make you go to your any social media or LinkedIn, any tree, any sort of thing. I can also make you go to certain payment portals like Venmo or Cash App, anything like that.
That is wonderful. Patrick, how can people reach out to you? Well, this is live, so tell them, quickly, how can they find you?
Oh, man. Okay, so it still is in its infancy, so I don't have any, social media that's related to this yet.
You can put a number, or tell you what, if you want to connect with Patrick, just comment below or email us right here at Dead Sprint Radio and pause@deadsprintradio.com, or you can just comment below and we'll put you in connect with Patrick. But if you really feel brave and put out your number, feel free to do so.
It's 434-851-4038.
Thank you so much, Patrick. This is a lot of fun. We'll be right back. All right, we're back with Vinay, aka Vinny.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Tell us who you are and the name of your company. What do you do here?
So my name is Vinay Mahendra, also go by Vinny, and I'm with 702 Custom Designs, and we do laser design, laser engraving. We also do apparel printing, which is DTF printing. So we are based out of Las Vegas, and our whole motto is if you can think of it, we can do it. We can probably do it.
Yeah, no, I heard you're making an airplane. Is that true?
Well, we can on wood if we cut it off pieces.
It can make an airplane, but it's probably not going to fly. Tell us, how are you doing the evening today?
It's awesome.
Right?
The people, they're coming up, we're meeting them, and they're asking for stuff. And the biggest thing about this business is that people want to get stuff done, but they don't know where to go to get it done.
Exactly. I've gotten a couple of things done from Amazon and I'm very disappointed. No offense to Amazon, but there's just not somebody to talk to. All I did was just get a couple of T-shirts or a hat or something like that. But I see that you say you do the embroidery stuff, and we need to talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
The best part is being in Vegas.
Yes.
I'm your contact.
Absolutely.
I can drop it off. I can pick it up.
And then if there's something that needs to be adjusted, you just tell me when you can ask me what it is that needs to be adjusted, right? Amazon doesn't do that.
Don't print anything or don't produce anything until I get the final one.
You gotta talk about the party. I mean, it's a network event. I'm calling it a party. It feels like a party. We got a DJ, we got raffles, we got people talking, we got people enjoying each other. I was just saying earlier, I've been going to networking events for almost 20 years. There's the highs and lows. This is definitely up there in the highs. Definitely. Do you feel like people are really missing out by not being here today?
I feel like if people were to be here and if they showed up, that they would have met amazing people.
Yes.
There are a lot of people here that are wanting to meet people. And in Vegas, we just moved here 4.5 years ago. In Vegas, when you try to meet people, unless you specifically tell them you are from Vegas, they're not interested.
Right.
Because they feel like you're a tourist, you're just another guy here for a conference, and they don't understand that you actually live here, and you want to make friends, you want to build friends. So events like this, when you're actually meeting actual Las Vegas residents and businesses, it's amazing. You don't find this often.
This community just took us completely by storm, and they just welcomed us up with open arms, to be honest with you. I was talking to you a lot at the last Tech Alley Henderson, talking to your wife, and you got your kid there. I brought my kid there. That's the kind of environment couldn't bring the kids tonight, thank God. You know, not that there's anything wrong, just a little bit loud. Kids can be annoying, let's be honest. So glad that the kids are not here tonight. So, but Vinay, by the way, the whole Vinay thing, you do this because when you go to Starbucks, you can't say your name, right?
Yeah,
I say Max when I go to Starbucks. I can still get it wrong.
I'll give you a funny story about Vinny. Like, people don't understand Vinny sometimes, so I say my cousin Vinny.
Yeah.
And my wife said to me one time, "You got to stop using that reference." And I'm like, "You're kidding. Why should I stop using it? Everybody knows my cousin."
My cousin Vinny.
So we go to a restaurant, and I tell the hostess, like my cousin Vinny. And my wife walks out, "You can't do that." I'm like, "Let me show you. I'm going to prove it to you." We walk back in. I say, "Do you know what I meant when I said my cousin Vinny?"
No.
Like, dang it, you were right.
She must have been much younger. All right. Vinny, thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Can't wait to talk about some merchandise here. And we'll be right back. All right, and we are back again at Momentum Office Party here at Live with Dead Spring Radio. I'm here with Carami Olsen, one of my favorite people since I met here in Henderson, since I moved here last year. A lot of good stuff came out of that episode. A lot of good stuff, so emotional, so authentic, so sincere. We loved it, but we're going to do another one. We'll capture that magic again, right? Carami Olsen from Palula. Tell us who you are.
Okay, well, my name is Carami, like Jeremy with the C, it's a difficult name, but here we are.
My name is Osby, it's not that different.
Well, thanks for having me. So, anyway, I am here in Las Vegas. I've been in Las Vegas for years and years, and I'm here at Momentum Office Party because I'm a client, actually, of Projection. I feel so honored to be here, and I actually feel honored to be a client there. They're getting some things together for me. We have some stuff on the horizon, super excited. So, my company is Palula.
Tell us about Palula.
Okay, Palula. We've created a beautiful, aesthetically pleasing bill organizer, and it's called the Palula Pod. We developed what's called the Palula Track, which is our tracking app. And so the users of the app load in their intake for their week, or their month, whatever it is they're intaking, whether it's a vitamin drink or a capsule or a shot, and it'll ping you when it's time to take that. And then you'll mark that you took it. We have a good infinity journal there, and you can share with the companion and all his companions. So we've got Palula Pod, Palula Track, and we're just, developing.
That is so amazing. I mean, I met you last year, and I think you were still launching. You were doing a lot.
I don't even know if manufacturing was done when I met you. So the manufacturing of the pod and the completion of the app came a little bit after I met you.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I've had all these different prototypes, and I've kind of told my story so people have been able to see the different prototypes, and so here we are.
And it's not just a pill case. It's more than a pill case. That's what's really good. You know what? She'll drop on mine. But it's more than it is very chic. It is very elegant, and I love the fact that it does more than just hold your pills. It has an app. Obviously, you're developing some software with it. I say this in my line of work where I teach Agile, and people say, "Well, Agile is for software and technology." Okay, and they say, not everything is software and technology. I challenge you to find a business nowadays that doesn't use technology, especially in today's world, not use AI. I keep calling it a party. It's not a party. It's a networking event, but it feels like a party.
It's beautiful. First of all, the space is absolutely beautiful. It already just brings a good feel. Everyone will kind of look over and not know someone, and immediately we've been challenged to get to know each other's names or get onto their LinkedIn, and we just look at each other like, hey, all right, let's do this. And immediately it's warm and you feel like you're friendly.
Yeah, that's my opening line when I do my show, so be careful. I do. I open every show like, all right, let's do this.
Let's do this.
It just naturally comes out. I don't know why. It's the Jersey thing. I don't know.
So you got Phelan, the leader, and he's really put together these fun activities for us. And he's just got a great group of his team.
Yeah.
Coming around and telling me what to do and manning things and telling us what to do.
It's a great event, and honestly, not being here, you've really missed out on a lot. But from my understanding, they're going to do a lot. The production team Phelan is one of the nicest people you ever meet. Carami is one of the nicest people you ever meet. There's a lot of nice people here. There's Dave Berlin, there's Jason LeDuc, Ryan from Tech Alley Henderson, and Tech Alley Las Vegas is here, and just a lot of good folks. Jonathan Sterritt will be here in a few minutes. So lots of great people, lots of great fun, and we'll be back with some more guests. We're back live at Desperate Radio here at Momentum Office Party. I'm here with no introduction needed, but I'm going to say his name anyway. Mr. Jonathan Sterritt of the Social
I'm
Alignment.
fucking ecstatic. Can I say that? Or I'm sorry.
We're live. There's nothing we can do. Can you keep him out of the delay?
Please beat me. I don't care. The emotion is flowing so purely. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy to see you. It feels like, just yesterday we were sitting next to each other. But here we are at a whole other venue, a whole other, community event that is like just so perfect for what you're doing here, what we're doing here. I'm glad to be seen.
I keep calling this a party. It's not, but it definitely feels like a party.
It does.
Right?
It has like that vibe of like real, true, genuine. People are here with the intention to connect.
You're right.
Right. And and I think that when you're coming in and everyone knows, like I used to do those stranger dinners, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone would come and have dinner with 5 strangers on a Wednesday. And like everyone comes into that with a mindset of, oh, I'm going to meet strangers. Like I'm going to set myself up to be in that environment. These people are here meeting strangers, and they're just enjoying the process of that.
What's really good about this is that you can come to this event right here, not knowing any single person, walk out making 50 new friends. And that's literally what is happening tonight. We have a few people that never signed up for LinkedIn, don't even have a LinkedIn, and just now, 3 of them signed up for LinkedIn. They already have a few connections, right?
It starts with you.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people here that we already know, that we always connect with. Why don't you tell us what
I
this is?
love Carami Olsen so much, and like I met her at the Top Tech Awards, and she actually did an Earth Breeze ad with me.
Yes.
You've done an Earth Breeze.
I did.
I'm gonna get the whole of Vegas to do Earth Breeze ad, but she has built this whole. She had a booth over in the outlet malls. This Phelan pod, if you travel a lot, if you have, a bunch of, medications or vitamins, like it's nice and classy, fits in a purse, fits in a suitcase, and like I have a little small, keychain one, and it solves the problem.
And you don't have to be a sick or 50-year-old like me to have
vitamin D, But she's really thoughtful product. She's integrating technology into it, so there's going to be an app coming out. I'm just so proud of her, and she really does care. She really has put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into like creating something that really, we all want like a pill container or something for our medicine or for our vitamins that is not bulky and not going to, like, used to have those Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday things.
Now that we talked about Phelan, let's talk about the social alignment. Tell us about all the crazy things that happen with social alignment.
Man, I want to spin a wheel. Just land on one of the things.
First of all, what is the social alignment, Jonathan?
Social alignment is my AI marketing and AI solutions, really, is I think what we're involved in. So we're an AI solutions agency. So we use AI to help people save time, money, and give them that permanent 3-day weekend back.
What can AI provide for? What does the social alignment provide solution for a company like Phelan?
Well, I was actually playing with her the other day. We had, marketing, right? I'm getting, people that don't have a lot of time to market or a lot of time to like go and cast talent for videos or whatnot. It's using AI to facilitate your message to a broader audience in a way that is still really authentic. And so I actually showed her a couple of the videos. I just took a picture of the Phelan pod, and it had a girl talking.
As fun as that is, the nerd in me wants to talk about your latest project.
Yeah.
Can we talk a little bit more about that?
I want to talk about whatever you want.
Yes, let's talk about...
You're in charge of this. You're in charge.
Let's talk about the latest product that you just launched regarding the
response authority alignment system.
Sure.
I know. So I feel like I can tell you this because you'll tell your audience. Like, it'll take some time to catch on, but like I feel like it's all about systems, right? Operating systems. So every vertical's got a system. You got your brand authority alignment system. We just launched our response authority alignment system. So if you are dealing with phone calls for your business and you're missing them, or you're not getting back to your leads in a timely fashion, like response authority alignment, or BOZ, like there's a theme in the acronym, but we'll help you reduce that speed to lead time and retain that revenue, because they're going to go to somebody else the second that you don't answer or pick up the phone. So that's kind of the problem we were solving with that. But I really just am so stoked to see it start taking form and solving these individual problems for people, and then seeing how it brings them time, money, and that permanent 3-day weekend back into their world.
I'm not gonna, that should be enough for you to jump on that bandwagon.
10 to 12 hours.
Yeah.
What do you think saves you the most time with AI? What do you think saves you at least an hour per week?
I can tell you, I was doing a presentation for an event last week. I just popped up into AI, and of course, I know enough for me to give it the parameters, and it gave me exactly what I wanted. So that in itself saved me like at least 4 hours. Now the person that saw it didn't like it, so it took me another hour to get it done.
I mean, I think that it's like something that we just don't think about. It's like, I use ChatGPT. Great.
Right.
But like, there's so
more
much
than
more
ChatGPT.
than ChatGPT that can unlock your business, your time. I mean, think about like that extra daughter date night, right? If you have kids at home, that extra baseball game with your son.
Taking the dogs out.
Taking the dogs out, like, the extra date night with the wife, right? Like, these are all things that we take for granted because we're working so hard and we're trying to stay keeping up with this technology that really, think about the things you actually need to do, right? The things that you need to do those, by all means. I'm not saying that it replaces us, right? But I'm saying it facilitates and amplifies our human brilliance. So I find things that are repetitive that I don't need to be really doing. I need to train it once on how to do it, and that's 2 to 3 hours
So
per week.
marketing, operations,
sales,
admin,
yeah.
sales.
Yeah.
What am I missing here?
I think just general. It's great for relationships. If you got, there was actually a pitch competition. No, I was actually promoting one of the other pitch competitions.
Yes.
They had this. I was really fascinated. I was talking to her afterwards. It's like you have an AI that understands both of you, right? So it's like if you and I are fighting, I just talk to my AI and I'm like, man, tell that Haas, like, blah, blah, blah. And it'll tell you in a nice way, in his language, in his the way that he receives, so it kind of helps hold back some of those hot letters that you might send. So it
sounds like we're going to put some therapists out of business.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just people are already talking to this stuff, right? And it's like, how do we use it responsibly? I want to make sure that like everything we're doing is responsible use of AI. Yeah. And so I think that there's consent, there's all this stuff, but really, if you know your business, then you know that there are things in your business that you're doing that you shouldn't be spending your time doing. So explore what a system could look like with AI that could eliminate that need on that burden off of your plate. And that's what we help people do at Social Alignment.
How can people reach out to you on the Social Alignment or just want to talk to Jonathan?
I mean, go to my website, socialalignmentai.com/SA/raw. You put that on the mobile.
Okay, well,
I usually the QR code, but Social Alignment on all the socials, at Instagram, on the
LinkedIn,
YouTube,
Facebook,
LinkedIn.
YouTube.
Find me. I'm Jonathan Sterritt. I just want to talk to people about it.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, I think having the conversation about AI
Yes.
and like what are people afraid of, what are people excited about, what are people unaware about. Like that's really what I want to bring the bridge and the gap between. It's like how do you just open your mind up to it, not be so afraid of it, but leverage it for. I mean, we're going to be millionaires this year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my goal. It's going to produce more millionaires in the next 5 years.
I'll just ride your coattails. And we'll
go ahead. I mean, there's plenty of pie at the top for everybody. So, yeah, I think that you're doing a lot of cool stuff with AI. Like, you do editing with AI, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, I do editing.
It helps you. It assists you.
It does help me. I'm old school. I don't like that when AI does things for me. So I still refer to it as a college intern that does a great job. Saves me on a lot of work, but I still have to go back and check it again just to make sure I get what I want.
Always human in the loop.
That's me. Jonathan, I know you're going to do some stuff, but I can't do this all night.
You want me to tag in? I can tag in.
We'll take a quick break. Ryan will put us into a break, and then
stick around though. It's gonna be fun.
And then we'll have Jonathan host. All right.
We'll see you soon.
All right. I guess. I am here with Zeba.
Yes.
From Projection.
Yep.
Zeba, tell us who you are and what do you do at Projection?
Okay. Hey everyone. We just mentioned about chaos. So Projection basically turns chaos into opportunity, and that's what we do. I mean, I got the perfect opening line for this. But a little bit about myself. I joined Projection about 7 months ago, and right now I'm working as a technical project manager. I'm helping the company with clients, consulting, MOP, anything in between, anything that Phelan needs. I am on it.
My name is Haas, and when I'm in trouble, people say asshole. So, so let's start again.
I'm Michael Davis. I'm actually Dr. Michael Davis. I was a dental surgeon. I retired out of that. People would ask me, would you ever go back to being a dentist? And I said, well, there's just so many mouths you have to look into in your lifetime. And I fulfilled my obligation.
There you go.
But I'm a AI consultant. I'm certified now. I'm working on my 3rd AI certification. And the thing about AI is it's like a big buzzword now. I have.
Yeah.
I've
the froth. I like to say it's the froth. We're in the froth.
I have people coming to me and say, I want AI in my business. And I say, well, what do you want AI to do in your business? And I said, I don't know. I just want it. And I'm thinking what they want is some kind of automation to take care of some of these rote, repetitive type operation, like answering emails.
I haven't had a chance to respond to anyone, and I'm sorry for anybody there watching that keeps emailing me. I know I've seen your email. I just haven't had a chance to respond. There you have it, folks. Dr. Michael, thank you so much. Oh, look, we got a guest. Dr. Michael, thank you so much for joining us. AI consultant, lead app, lead tab, and we'll be right back. This live shit is really taking a toll on us. It's really challenging us, Dave. We're back with Dave Berlin, one of the stars here tonight. If anything, the host of tonight's event.
Yeah, MC. I would say, it's interesting. Host, MC, everybody looks at it a little bit differently. I think after doing weddings for as long as I have, I do know that the MC part is very different. And the times that I have MC'd conferences and corporate events, it is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Hosting, you just get to go around and shake hands and stuff like that. But with the limp, I'm like sitting down between every set.
How is the limp going, by the way?
The limp is good. Thank you for asking. Yeah. I know we talked on one of your other shows a while back. It was like 2 days after I fell, and I was saying yes to everything. I realized
I'm pretty sure you were under medication.
I was a little medicated, but I think I actually had a really important conversation 3 days before that, like the day after I got out of the hospital, and I just found the notes from it, and I was like, I don't think I ever followed up on this. Everything's going great, man. I'm on the fast track to healing, and I'm just ready for whatever's next, man. The pool season.
Speaking of what's next, Dave, you do so many around this community. Entrepreneurship Week, right? Yeah. Global Entrepreneurship Week. Yeah. You write books, you do TED Talks, you MC, but you're here for a very important reason, right? Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Vets in Tech?
Yeah, so for tonight, I always wear the Vets in Tech flag because I've noticed that every time I talk about the work that I do with veterans, it's well received. And then I'm like, I also do other things. So tonight, I'm actually wearing a couple hats. MC, but if you probably won't hear the incredible beats that are going on outside. There's an amazing organization called Choice Sound, setting the vibe right now, and I have my mini-me, my son, is actually DJing tonight.
He's doing a great job.
So it's really
the apple
cool.
Doesn't fall far from the tree.
No, sure. I appreciate that. Yeah, so it's mainly representing Vets Tech, Choice Sound, but I'm just anxious to get back at it and just be out at events again. So
give us a little bit more about Vets in Tech and why it's so important. What's it doing right now? What's coming up?
Yeah, so Vets in Tech, we have two major pillars to what we do. One is the Employer Coalition, right? That's where it originally started 13 years ago in San Francisco, but we have like 15 chapters across the United States. I help run the chapter here. The Employer Coalition is probably the most common thing that people know about. What we do is we help veterans and military spouses get very high-level tech and coding certifications, and then we match them with your partners. I'm not talking entry-level security positions. I'm not talking cops. I'm talking like high-level nerd coding stuff. Right. I mean, you get like
architects, cybersecurity.
Yeah, cybersecurity. I'm talking six-figure contracts that they could do remote, and they're working with our partners that are like Meta, Google, Oracle, the Fortune 100 tech companies, because we're based out of San Francisco. So the thing I'm really excited about this year is they've shifted my energy to really help the Employer Coalition here. So I'm really excited to be talking to people out at the test site. I'm really excited to be talking to people at Fontainebleau, a lot of the big organizations, and really saying, hey, do you hire veterans? Everyone's going to say yes, but to what degree?
We're looking for veterans.
Yeah, but the important thing here is to what degree. And if they're trying to enhance their actual programs for veterans, that's where we at Vets in Tech can help. So I just had a great call with Michael Pett. He's our director of the Employer Coalition. Bro, he used to work for Uber. He was the military programs manager and hiring manager at Uber. And then before that, he was with Accenture. So not small companies, big companies, to help them understand what the power is of hiring veterans. And we always want to include military spouses because we want to enhance the quality of life of our veterans and active duty.
And their families.
Yeah, the hard part for active duty military families is because they might move every 2 or 3 years, it's hard for them to find work that's going to understand that. And most of our gigs are remote.
Right. There's a lot that are transitioning right now out of the military, and they're trying to transition into public sector. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So here's what I want to change that narrative just a little bit. I really believe that everything that the military community has accomplished in the last 15 years, all of the really good stuff, but some of the really hard conversations and the hard data too, all of that is a season of transition, because that's the only word that we could associate with that move.
Cyclical, right?
Yeah. Now we want to transform it into more of an attitude of expansion and transformation. So this is where we want to elevate that experience and make sure that they're not transitioning. So we're expanding into bigger opportunities.
And it's probably going to happen like correct me if I'm wrong. I know we're getting into a full conversation here, but this happens every time with Dave. By the way, we talk about one thing, ends up being a personal conversation. So, but it's whatever we're experiencing right now. More than likely, it's going to turn around in a few years, and then it goes back into this again.
Yeah.
In a few years. We're going to have your next wave of people that are trying to find jobs and everything.
Exactly.
Like that. Right.
Yeah. So there's the people that want to get jobs and different things like that. But one thing to also understand, and this is another part of Vets in Tech, is we also have entrepreneurship. So my passion is to help veterans start and grow businesses. I really believe that it's going to be this generation of veteran entrepreneurs that don't just lead the next generation of veteran entrepreneurs. I believe that we can actually take the momentum back in this country and change the direction of where we're going. So I think that's not only our opportunity, but it's our...
Dave, for those who want to connect with you regarding what you just said, whether they're a vet or they're a company or they're folks that want to contribute to the cause, how can they reach you?
DaveMeansBusiness.com is where you can find me. It's literally just a link tree because it's all the different things that I've got going on. There's an opportunity to connect with me if you have any questions, but follow me on LinkedIn, follow me on Instagram. We've got some really keystone events that are coming up really to break up the year, and I'm excited to see all of it come full circle.
There you go. And Dave does me in business. So DaveMeansBusiness.com, and we'll be right back.
Cut.
All right, and we're back with Aaron from Projection. Aaron, tell us who you are and tell us what you do with Projection.
Yeah, so I'm a graduate of the MIP program, and I'm a senior consultant, and I work with the overall business development of the program and mentorship the MIP program as well.
Tell us, what is the MIP program in layman's term for somebody that doesn't know what it is?
Yeah, it's
Imagine you explain it to a fifth grade class. I tell them I teach grown-ups how to work together. So
yeah. So it's a 6-month program, and it's a structured internship program where you work on tangible products that you can actually show for other companies. For example, when I worked there, I was on the market research program. And from the project that I did, I presented it to FedEx for my interview, and that's where I got my internship this summer. So it's a really rewarding process, and the program is great. I have so many good things to say about it, and Phelan is just such a good mentor in the program as well, who kind of facilitates everything.
I'm getting a theme here that Phelan is a nice guy. Are you getting that feeling? Are you getting that too? Yeah, we're getting.
You hear it every day.
You hear it every day, and his ego's not getting bigger at all, is it? No. All right. Well,
Try keeping it down.
we love Phelan. He's one of the nicest people I ever met.
It's not changed too. I started with the program when there was only 20 people. His ambition and his ability to mentor all of us was insane. It's like,
We're a little worried about you, Phelan. Please take care of yourself. All right. How can people reach out to you? And before you answer that, actually, let me ask another question.
Sure.
What is it that you do that you want people to know and contact you about?
we listen, we use data to use strategic decisions to help companies out. We don't just go off assumptions. We really look deep into them at a granular detail and help companies out. And you can reach me on LinkedIn. Aaron Galiff is my LinkedIn code. Yeah, love to have conversations with you guys.
All right. Aaron, thank you so much. Sorry about the joke, but I couldn't help myself. All right. We'll be right back. This time with another special guest from Projection, Verania.
Yeah.
Hi, Verania.
Hi, it's so nice to meet you. Finally, I've only heard about you so far. I've seen your videos all around. And I was like, if I'm going to Vegas this time, I need to be on that.
Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. Tell me, where are you from? You don't live in Vegas.
I like to say that I'm based out of Vegas because the community here is so nice and they really integrated me into it.
Yeah.
Right. But originally, I'm from Dallas. That's where I'm based out of right now.
That's okay. We won't hold that against you. We still love you anyway. So, like, that's the thing about the Las Vegas community. They actually do welcome everybody with open arms.
True.
Yeah.
I think I've been to a couple of events here, and now everywhere I go, familiar faces, people hug me like we're best friends, and it's so cool to see that. It's a very close community there, and here it's really cool. It's an open community. Everyone loves each other. Everyone's coordinating, communicating, collaborating with each other.
Tell me, what do you do with Projection?
What don't I do with projection? So I started off, I was in the MIP, which is the Momentum Internship Program. I started off as a marketing team lead when I didn't even apply to be that. And Phelan was like, I think you should do that. And I started off there. A few months in, I became the program lead, loved my time there, decided projection wasn't something that I wanted to leave. And yeah, we started thinking about the Momentum Office Party back in October. And I've always loved organizing events, and I kind of bothered Phelan about it, and I was like, I need to be there. I'm the event coordinator for MOP now, and yeah, 2 events strong. I still plan on being that.
I gotta tell you, this is a great event. I'm having so much fun. Ryan, I think he's having so much fun. A lot of us are having a great time. This feels like a party. Doesn't feel like a networking event. The Momentum Office Party, if you're a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, solopreneur, and a small business, because you can't really have an office party, this is kind of like an office party for people that don't have a home or something like that, right? Can you explain that to us a little bit?
For sure. So it started off with us, right? We weren't even thinking in the future. Our team is completely virtual. We're all remote, right? We do a lot of these parties online where we're just sitting across a call and we're eating food and we're doing midnight parties, deep work parties where we're all working together. And we kind of realized that human connection is what we're missing at the end of the day, right? And we started looking around, right? And we realized it's not just us. There are so many people who are just working alone, right? They're doing everything from marketing, accounting, business, HR, whatnot, right? Where's that human interaction, right? They need someone they can trust, they can partner with, they can communicate, collaborate with. And that's kind of where MOP came. So if the tagline for MOP is connection, collaboration, and community, and that's what we're doing. We're enabling connections, right? We're building a community. We're building the ecosystem and bringing them together.
I just have to say this, that whether you are a business of 1 or 50, I think the idea of having an office party, because you do get to miss that out. As an entrepreneur, as someone who is trying to make it on their own, whether, again, a company of 1, 2, or 5 people, I think it's great that you're providing people the platform to say, hey, you don't have to miss out on the fun stuff. And that's why it's called a Momentum Office Party. It's not called a networking event, right? And that's why it feels like an office party. Yeah. So is there anything that you want to tell the people out there before we wrap up?
Yeah, if you can make it, please make it to our Momentum Office parties. Follow us on our social media handles.
There's a lot to be enjoyed in networking. They're just getting to know people. And then, if anything, you get to meet other people and say, oh, yeah, I'm going through the same growing pains. You're not alone.
Yeah.
You're not alone, right?
Yeah. And community,
exactly.
Right? You kind of feel left out sometimes when you're doing everything
Yes.
on your own.
Yes.
Until you meet other, for example, solopreneurs or business owners, unless you meet others who are in those same shoes,
Yes.
you kind of feel like you're the only one doing it.
And when you realize others are experiencing the same thing, what does that do? It empowers you to go more. So.
Yeah. And that's what we do at Projection, right?
Yeah.
We learn with what happens around us. We keep implementing, pushing.
Excellent. I want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for putting this together. And if you want to connect, if you want to do more, if you want to be part of this in the future, make sure you connect with her. And if you just leave us a comment, email us, we'll put you in touch with her. All right. Welcome back to Desperate Radio here at Momentum Office Party, where we just keep it going. And right now with me is Ursula Leon from Agile Las Vegas. All right, what is Agile? Can you tell us what that is exactly?
Yeah, so Agile is a leadership concept is love spelled backwards. And I created that concept through my work in the field for over 20 years as an electrician. I've seen that in construction sites, we need these values of empathy, vision, ownership, and leadership. Wow. When you have leadership, the first pillar, sometimes we miss the other things. So we have to start with empathy. Empathy for ourselves, empathy for others, and then from there we grow. So I'm in that concept right now of creating that through my experience. So it's still just in the beginning stages, but it's something that I'm very passionate about because of my life experience.
You know, I'm an agilist. I do agile and do project management, and it's very much into software and technology, but I believe in the agile methodology or the agile mindset, which is basically talks a lot about that, about leadership, about values, about ownership, about empathy. It talks about respect for others. So it's very similar. It's very adjacent to what I do. So when you said that, it just caught my attention right away. Tell me, did something happen in your industry or your experience that made you say, hey, this is needed?
For sure.
It's always a personal story, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
A huge personal story. Actually, I'm going to be co-authoring with Chris Voss in a book. It's coming out in May.
Wonderful.
It's called Lead with Empathy.
Excellent.
And in that book, you could hear the story of how that concept.
Oh, what a tease. Look at that. I love that.
Yes. Because I think over time you show up, but I realized that I didn't even have empathy for myself.
I'm an empath myself, so I feel your emotions because you're right. We often, as an empath, we carry other people's emotions, but we don't prioritize ourselves first. And I can't wait to read the book and hear more about how did you find yourself to say, I need to be first before I can help somebody else. How can people reach out to you and get to know you more?
So right now, just on LinkedIn, I'm developing the website, and I do have the press release for the book. So that's, I would say, looking up my LinkedIn under Ursula Leon, and then the press release, it's a website. So I don't know.
Okay. I can't wait for it to grow. And I feel like we know some people in this circle that can help you grow some of that message. So we'll talk right after this. We'll be right back. Ursula Leon, everybody. Thank you so much. And we're back with Rob Campbell.
Yes, sir.
Rob,
Yeah.
tell us who you are.
Yeah, man. My name's Rob Campbell, and I own a epoxy company. You know, I'm originally from New Orleans, but I do reside here in Las Vegas.
Who that?
Hey, yes, do that.
I'm a Giants fan, but I do like that.
I'll interview on. Messing with you, man. Yeah, man. But I do epoxy resin.
Okay.
I do also pickleball courts.
Nice.
And basketball courts.
All right. Would you have done something that we've seen around here in the Vegas area?
Possibly.
Yeah.
You know, I just was showing another guy. He said, I saw this being advertised in the house.
All right. How long you been doing this, and how long you been in Vegas?
Man, so my company has only been operating for less than a year now.
Wow.
This year has really just started picking up, man.
Wow, look at you.
Started gaining traction nonstop since the beginning of the year. Been in Vegas since 2020. I got laid off in the oil field.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
That's usually the best way to get you started, to get you to start chasing your dream.
Yeah, exactly.
I
man.
was with the VA.
Yeah.
I was working for a company that did contracting for the VA for 4 years.
Yeah.
And Doge came in last year or a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And I love working with the VA. I'm not a veteran, but I do have family that are vets.
Of course.
And I enjoy working with vets.
Yep.
And it was that transition out of
Yeah.
because of Doge that made me say, I'm going to talk about things I want to talk. I want to do what I want to do.
Yes, yes.
And that's why
Make
I'm
your
doing
own
this.
lane,
So
man. This is a beautiful
nothing
thing.
like it's an opportunity. Every situation is an opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you did because if you didn't, you wouldn't be here talking to me, and I wouldn't be
100%.
making you a new
Yeah.
friend right now.
Thank you so much.
So
bro.
tell us a little
Yeah.
bit more about your business and how can people reach out to you and what can you do for them?
So, man, well, first of all, they can reach me on Instagram right now at Royalty Resin Co. That's my Instagram name. But as if they want anything as far as like upgrading their homes, you know, bringing a little more property value. I know pickleball is more like catching on. now, you know what I mean? So I've been building these pickleball courts in people's backyards so they don't have to go to these parks. So
Yes.
they can have tournaments at their house, you
Yes.
know? On the flip side, I also do garages. I also do like the classic flake floors. You know,
Oh yeah. Our neighbors just did that.
Yeah. So I can really do
My wife
any
said, "Hey,
color.
we should do that like us, like a home
Yeah,
project." I was
yeah.
like, "I'm from New York. I grew up in brownstones. I don't know what about my history made me
Yeah.
think I could do any of this. I
It
can
would
cook.
definitely be.
That's about it. And do
Enjoy.
this. Yeah.
Oh, hey,
I'm from New York. I worked in a
Yeah.
pizzeria.
100%, man. But like, I do the marble epoxy.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen those. Like,
Yes, they
intricate
look
floors and
beautiful.
stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. I'm just now finishing up like a 2,000 square foot house. We're doing the epoxy throughout the whole home right now, so I'm finishing that up right now. So it's been good.
I'd imagine that's a more popular thing, especially here in Vegas with
Yeah.
the heat in the summer.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
you tell us a little more about that?
Right now, man, like I said, brother.
Now's
Once-
probably the time to do it too, right?
Yeah, this is the time to do it, man. You know, because once that heat starts, I have to work early in the morning.
Early in the morning
or
or in the evening.
or in the evening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's really on the opposite side because if it's hot outside, I only have like a short working time with this product.
Yeah.
So once I lay it, I have to get to work. You know what I mean? And it might take me 2 days, which might take, normally with the weather right now, maybe 3-4 days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With a cure time, but we're just letting paint dry.
Right,
You know
right,
what I
right.
mean?
Well, thank you so much for being
Yeah.
here. Can't wait to connect with you and get to know more. Thank you so
No,
much.
thank you,
I
brother.
appreciate
Thank you for having me, man.
Absolutely. Good luck
Yeah,
with the
appreciate
Saints if you're still a fan. All right, we'll be right back.
Thank you, brother. Yeah.
We are back with Caleb Contreras, personal trainer, fitness coach, right?
Personal trainer, fitness coach. Yeah.
Tell us who you are and tell us what do you do.
So I'm a personal trainer now. Been doing it full time for about a year. Before that, I was mixed martial arts, amateur mixed martial arts, professional mixed martial artist now. Fought twice last year, but now I'm doing personal fitness training. I like to focus on, I call it like pain-free training. So a lot of us have bumps and bruises, aches and pains, and that's what keeps a lot of people from pursuing fitness, pursuing those healthy lifestyle changes. So I like to think that like if we can get you feeling good first, then you're more likely to stay with a fitness program. And so it's really what I found is giving me the most fulfillment is giving people, you know, a way to relieve chronic pain.
So you're not just the average trainer at a gym or something like that. You're actually looking for the science that helps people just make quite the life change.
Yeah. Because like I said, a lot of times chronic pain it's really the underpinning of why people stop moving, right? So like people come to me and they're like, I've been, I haven't worked out as much as I want. I haven't been to the gym in a long time. And then you talk with them more and more, and you figure out the reason they stopped going was because they were in pain. We all try to use as many excuses as we can to not do the things that we know we should
have
be
chocolate.
doing. But my whole perspective is like we just want to reduce the barrier to entry for like fitness, right? So if having a slight pain in your knee is a barrier for you to start fitness, then by removing that, we make that barrier lower. So if I can make fitness as enjoyable for you as possible, then you're more likely to continue doing that. And part of that is making you comfortable. And a lot of times that is a big driver for people to keep going, is that they realize after training with me for a couple weeks that they no longer have those aches and pains that they started with. And a lot of times I think that's a big motivator for people that they didn't even think about when they started, is how much their quality of life increases when they don't worry about these like chronic pains that they've had.
Oh, we gotta wrap up. How do people reach out to you?
So they can reach out to me on Instagram, Coach Caleb Training. I have my link over there, so you can book a consultation, one-on-one with me, or you can just DM me, and we can figure out the best way to get in touch and start working together.
All right, Caleb Contreras, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Cool.
All right, and we are back wrapping up here with Mark Phelan from Projection. Mark, what a great event.
Thanks, Hans.
Spoke to your staff, spoke to Vernia.
Yep.
And I said exactly this. This is not a networking event. This was a party. And that's exactly what it is. It's an office party.
Yeah.
And we talked about how it's important for people to, whether they're entrepreneur, party of 1, party of 5, company of 50, you do get to miss out on the office party vibe. So this really gives a platform for people to come, have fun, enjoy themselves. This was a lot of fun, man.
Thanks, Hans.
Thank you so much for putting it together. How'd you feel about the evening?
It was great. I mean, once it kicked off, we had all the right people in the right positions, and you get to just enjoy watching people connect and collaborate and meeting people. And you're in the middle of a conversation and somebody walks up and you're like, I know who you need to meet.
Yes.
Yeah. Or like, introduce yourselves, like, this is what we were just talking about. And so you get to, again, what the trajectory of the evening is, go from connection to building community and then getting into collaboration. And really, it's talking with one of my team members. It's almost like a mini incubator in a way. It's like a social incubator where you're putting them essentially in these high pressure situations where it's like, okay, here's your prompt to network for the next 30 minutes, 45 minutes. We're going to come back and we're going to quiz you. If your raffle number is called, you have to have an answer.
which was a lot of fun. I keep joking about how this doesn't feel like a networking event; it feels like a party, which it was really
It's
a party.
the Momentum Office Party.
Yeah, it was the Momentum Office Party. One thing that I do want to mention again about like whether you're a company of one, company of five, you come to these events and you think to yourself, I was just like, it's just me by myself, and I don't know if I can make it to the next day. I don't know if I can make my business last the next day.
Yeah.
And then what happens when you come to these parties? You find out that almost half the room, if not everybody else, is feeling exactly the same way.
Yeah.
And they're here to unwind and not think about their business. Yes, they love their business, but they're here to just kind of, hey, you're not in this alone. We're in it too. We're all swimming upstream.
Or you meet somebody that's fresh and they might not have been carrying that burden as long, and they're like, I'd like to help you. This is something I'm interested in. Or you meet somebody who's gotten over that and they go, hey, it's going to work out. Keep it up. You'll figure it out. And this is what happened with my business.
You get reinvigorated. You reestablish your momentum.
Yep.
Yep. So what's next for Momentum Office Party?
Yeah, so the team's planning one in Chicago and SF for this year. And then we're going to do one back in Vegas in the fall. So yeah, the goal is to do them twice a year in Vegas, but essentially as an organization, we're going to host them quarterly.
Is there, I heard something about a Christmas party perhaps?
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you need to talk to your staff. Apparently, they're planning something behind your back.
I'm sure they are.
Thank you so much for
Thanks,
having
Todd.
us.
Thanks
I
for
really
doing
appreciate
it.
you. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, this was a lot of fun. I had too much fun doing this, to be honest with you.
It's all about just experimenting and setting it up and just figuring out like what works, what doesn't work, and what do the people want, and what can we facilitate.
This was a great test. We messed up a lot tonight.
Good.
We knew exactly we were going to mess up.
Good.
We didn't promote it as much as we did, but why? Because this is the soft launch for the live event.
It was like spur of the moment, like, hey, we should like do this thing.
Absolutely. And there was a few people here that do it for a living, and they gave us some pointers on interest. So we're gonna figure out for the next one. We'll be ready for the next one if we're invited back again.
Of course.
So and we'll make sure that everybody gets a link ahead of time, and we'll make sure everybody gets involved. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions for Phelan, for Desperate Radio, if Ryan is sorry, Ryan, you haven't been answering any of the chat. There's probably been a bunch of chat from all those 3 people that were tuning in tonight. So, by the way, one of them was me. So, anyway, we'll see you next time. And this is Haas, and this is Desperate Radio. Excellent. Thank you so much again.
Yeah,
I really
absolutely.
appreciate you. All right, we got the after party.